To introduce you to the Sharp Jack. Now with the Sharp Jack, it is a universal sickle. So typically we'd have a posterior sickle and an anterior sickle, meaning we'd have to have two instruments in our tray setup. With the Sharp Jack, you only need to have really one instrument, as it is universal and it can do both posterior and anterior. Now the nice thing about the Sharp Jack is it is one of the sharpen-free instruments. So it has that diamond-coated membrane on it. So I'm just going to show you how you would use this. It is a universal sickle. I'm going to start in the posterior. So the terminal shank is going to be parallel to the long axis of the tooth. So I'm doing the distal, and then I just simply come out into the mesial. And as you can hear, it is nice and sharp. So this is how we would do the posterior. Now let's take a look at the anterior. I'll just go into this area here. You can do all the surfaces toward you. And I'll do inside here, along the lingual. So as you can see, you can really do the posterior and the anterior all with this one instrument. So this is the Mini Gracie 1112 in the Sharp Diamond Sharpen-Free instrument. Now because it's an 1112, we are going to do the buccal and the mesial surfaces with this instrument. And I cannot tell you how wonderful this coating feels. It's so nice and sharp, and this handle feels so comfortable in my hands. So this is the furcation instrument kit here that we're going to go over. And this is the mesial and distal diamond file. So you could use these in concavities. At the mesial, this is how you do the mesial here. And then this is the distal. So on the opposite side, that would be what you would use for the distal. So this is the next furcation diamond file. And you could use this in the furcation. So one side could be for the buccal, and then the other side could be for the lingual. We have the neighbor's probe that is meant to explore the furcation. And then we have the furcator, which is a great instrument. It has a little excavator on the end, and it's really good to use in furcations that are class 1 and class 2. So with the Ergo Access Kit, we have the first one. It's called the H-Scaler 1, and it's for distal of the molars and lingual of the anterior. It has a hoe-like end. So I'll just show you here. So this is how you would use it for the distal. Now remember, these are for patients and clients who cannot open their mouths wide. It just helps you get into the back areas that are really difficult to reach. And just imagine if this typodont had lingual, tilted, and incisors. You could just simply go back here without having the instrument pressed up, because typically if you were trying to do that, the instrument would be pressed up against their face. So this way, you can simply have easier access. Now the H-Scaler 2 is for mesial and distal. So you could simply use this side for the distal, and then the other side for the mesial. Now the micro sickle, it's like a 204 SD, so you would use this as a sickle, and I'll just show you here how you can use it in the anterior.